Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, depending on where you are today. Great Biafrans, the lovers of freedoms, this day is 23rd, being Saturday, July 2022. Great Biafrans worldwide, I am still fearless voice. Udoo, Amoosu, the freedom fighter himself, under Ndigbo, an activist. I am here to inform all Biafrans the good news, the acknowledgement by United Nations in the history of Biafra. Biafrans all over the world, we must not ignore today. We must not be selfish. We must not be stupid. That every Biafrans worldwide should not acknowledge the present and acknowledge by United Nations, instructing, giving order to the Zoo Nation under President Muhammadu Buhari, the chief terrorist organization, Boko Haram, to release Mazin Nnamdi Kanu unconditionally with immediate effects. Every Biafrans all over the world, I am here to undermine you all, to begin to jubilate for this victory. The victory is ours, and victory will continue to be ours. In the history of Biafra, the first time United Nations intervention in humiliation, intimidation, embarrassment against Biafrans. So therefore, I am here to urge every Biafrans, home and abroad, to acknowledge this day. The Chukwu Kikabiama have made it for Biafrans. The Zoo nation called Nigeria, the Boko Haram nation, you call them Nigeria nation, I myself call them Boko Haram nation. I call them Hezbollahist terrorist nation. I never recognize them as a nation. Those assassinate Biafrans like animals. Those that kidnap my people, raping my people, underage girls, chasing my mothers and my fathers from going to farm. those that kidnapped Mazen Nnamdi Kanu in Kenya. But today, the United Nations have given order and instruction to release Mazen Nnamdi Kanu unconditionally. Today is a very good news for Biafrans. Whenever you are today, you begin to greet former attorney, Deputy Attorney, United States of America, Attorney Bruce Fein. Attorney Bruce Fein, he made it to happen. He struggled for it. He worked for it. And today, Biafrans, for you to acknowledge this victory by United Nations, giving instruction, giving order for Zoo Nigeria to release Mazen Nnamdi Kanu unconditionally, is hard work, humbleness by former Deputy Attorney General, the foreign attorney, lawyer for Biafrans. Because of this, I urge every Biafrans all over the world to begin to put Attorney Bruce Fein always in prayers. I urge archbishops in Biafran land, pastors, reverend fathers, prophetess, prophets, traditionalists, native doctors, to begin to put former Deputy Attorney General of United States of America in prayers. He's now one of us. Bruce Fein, today, he has made a history. He has created history. Bruce Fein, who went to Nigeria to fight for innocent freedom fighter, the leader indigenous people of Biafra, or Amadike Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, and some of evil people we have among us, denied him not to see Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Shame on them. At the same time, I am calling in every Biafrans to pay attention on this very today broadcast. I am here to warn some publishers that published nonsense. Some journalists, you cannot investigate information. You cannot gather information. And finally, just for you to make money, or for you to make yourself popularity, you just draw out false information without taking your time to gather full information. What am I talking about? I'm calling on every publishers, journalists in Biafran land to be very careful and to stop creating enmity, because giving false information, publishing news without getting the proper information is confusion and is a disaster. Doing so, especially this struggle is concerned, is part of the problem we are facing today. Because I do not understand, if you call yourself a journalist, you must have to be professional. A journalist do not play politics. You must have to be pure. You must have to be sure of any information you are giving to the public. There was, when it comes to issue of this very good news from United Nations, one of Biafra member called Elochukwu Nicholas Ohagi. Elochukwu Nicholas Ohagi, you give a credit for those who does not work for it. It's unacceptable. Elochukwu Nicholas Ohagi, you must have to be very careful in any news that comes across you as regard Biafran issue. Coming to the publishing made by Elochukwu Nicholas Ohagi is unacceptable by Biafrans. Biafrans should be given glory and thanks for those who deserve it the right time. Credit should not be given for those who does not work for it, who does not suffer for it. Elochukwu Nicholas Ohagi, you published the United Nations order given to the zoo government under President Muhammadu Buhari, saying that DOS are the one that made the United Nations to give the order to President Muhammadu Buhari regime to release Mazin Ndigbo Kanu by force, by fire. Mazi Elochukwu Nicholas Ohagi, I am here to prove you wrong. Always say what you know. Do not say what you don't know. You publishing journalists in Biafran land should stop bringing confusion within Biafrans. Once we published information given to the public without being sure, without gathering the information authentic, cannot help the struggle of Biafrans to move forward. Because some of you, journalists and publishers, you do contribute for the setback of this struggle. Because some of you will come to publish an information based on you side to this party, or you side to this party, or you side to this party. Do not forget the IPOB is one family. Yes, we agreed and we accepted. But since Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped, there is so many divisions. The only division that is not accepted at all in this very struggle is autopilots. Simon Ekpa, Nelly Ofebu, Madam Oyibo, Udoo. These are the group Biafrans should not allow in their mix. Not today, not tomorrow. Because automatically Simon Ekpa is a total agent of Fulani's terrorist Boko Haram. And the elite politicians we have, saboteurs. I am here to undermine Biafrans as well. You are praying for Attorney Bruce Fein. You put the 100 men in prayer. The IPOB women, the leader of IPOB Women USA, was endorsed by the leader indigenous people of Biafra, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, Madam Bridget Okafor. Madam Bridget Okafor was appointed and endorsed by Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. And the reason Mazen Nnamdi Kanu appointed Madam Bridget to be the leader of Women USA, IPOB USA. The good news you are hearing today from the United Nations, who are those that work for it? Madam Bridget is one of high-ranking officers in IPOB. Madam Bridget, I salute you. I called you today Iyom of Biafrans. I named you Iyom of Biafrans, Madam Bridget Okafor. Madam Bridget Okafor, she's the one who lead IPOB Women USA. And since Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped in Kenya due to division going in between the IPOB members, due to confusion in IPOB members. Even though Madam Bridget have never insulted or trying to fight DOS office. But she chose to stay on her own and continue the hard work given to her by Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. And since then, she was very humbled. She kept burning the lights. She kept organizing the women, IPOB Women USA. And at the same time, because of her humbleness, she began to pick. As long as you are Biafra and you merit to be among them, whether you are IPOB woman or not, she must bring you in. So when it comes to IPOB Women USA, you see intellectual women just only because Madam Bridget Okafor choose to sacrifice sleepless nights, starving herself, working hard, choosing women that can work with her. It doesn't matter whether you're IPOB woman. It doesn't matter you are. She gathered as long as you are Biafran Igbo, as long as you are from Edo, as long as you are from Calabar, as long as you are from Ijo, as long as you matter where you come from, Madam Bridget must pick you just in order to make sure Mazen Nnamdi Kanu must be free from the hand of Boko Haram terrorists. And today, this is the result. Madam Bridget Okafor continue. When she look at the situation after Mazen Nnamdi Kanu kidnapped, she have to also bring in the elders of IPOB registered member to join them. Yes, she's the one that did it. So when Mazen Nnamdi Kanu mentioned 100 men, he need 100 men. These are the 100 men. Reverend Father Augustine Odimekwa, Alosine Ejoka ndị Biafra, Ukochukwu Anukpolu Nkwu na-eju ọnụ, Reverend Father Odimekwa, from the wall, he stepped in to support Foundation Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Consistent. He's no nonsense human being. He never tolerates any nonsense. Even though each of you know his commitment, yet he chooses to work for the freedom of his own people. And since then, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped. He never denied Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. These are the elders we have in IPOB registered as a registered member. When you talk about Reverend Father Odimekwa Alusine Joka Biafra, you talk about Mazi Maxwell, Dede. These are the people that choose to sell what they have to make sure an international lawyer is active. These people, they have never made any fundraising that has been giving them enough money. When you talk about Bruce Fein, you think Bruce Fein is for free? You think Bruce Fein is for free? That is why Ndigbo can mention 100 men. And when you are hearing from me, last time there was event that took place in Boston, United States. That was 2 weeks ago. I was consistent being in adverts, telling you if you cannot go to Boston last 2 weeks, you should connect Zoom link, of which the mother of Biafra, Uchechi, the wife of Mazen Ndigbo, was live in the Zoom link. She made a long time speech and addressed Biafrans. You think all those things you are seeing, this is the result. The results and good news you are hearing today, it did not come from air. The news you are hearing today, there is people that work for it. So someone should not suffer for one particular thing. Someone should not sacrifice for this Biafra issue. Someone should not spend his money, spend his time. Because some of you now are jubilating without knowing the source. The source of this United Nations announcement giving order to sue Nigeria. These are the 100 men. The 100 men mentioned by Mazen Ndigbo. The 100 men mentioned by Mazen Ndigbo, which I told you, if it comes to financial aspect, not Simon Ekpa that will project you fundraising. He can't even give $1. He will be giving you a known account without name, without bank name, giving you online, go and donate, frauding you, stealing your money, scamming you. And the useless animal followers will be there following him without them knowing that Simon Ekpa is agent of Fulanis. Simon Ekpa came to kill this struggle. Simon Ekpa came to destroy this struggle. It shall never be well with all of you. Some of you reason like animal. Some of you followers, idiots, mad people everywhere. So therefore, I am warning once again those of you who will come up giving victory to those who does not work for it. Give victory for those that work for it. Give victory for those that stand for it. Give victory for those that sacrifice for it. Give thanks for those who deserve it. You should not keep giving credit for those who are not even ready to think about the issue and victory. Credit you are giving them. How can you give those who does not dream for the victory and give them credit? Then those that work for it will be there. What does that mean before you? Enmity. You must give credit for those that deserve it so that they will keep doing good things. That will give them strength. That will give them more energy. That will give them, they feel free to do more. So, Biafrans, I am here to tell you that those that work for this good news you are hearing today from United Nations is Madam Bridget Okafor. Hear me very clear. Those that work for victory you are hearing today, former Deputy Attorney General Bruce Fein, he wrote petition to United Nations. Hear me very clear. He wrote petition against Nigeria and the kidnapping took place in Kenya. Bruce Fein wrote a petition. Bruce Fein wrote a petition and filed it straight to ICC and United Nations for the killings, Muhammad Buhari, and brutality of their army, Boko Haram Amnesty, DSS, and their force agencies against Biafrans. Bruce Fein is the one that petitioned all these sections. Who are those behind Bruce Fein? Is Bruce Fein is doing it for nothing? The answer is no. Money is involved. Financial aspect of it is involved. And none of you refused to ask. And you know that Bruce Fein cannot work for Biafrans without paying him. You know that. And paying Bruce Fein is not a chicken change. He receives his payment every month. He receives his money every month. The DOS should right now acknowledge the victory we have today in Biafran land. The DOS should immediately come to acknowledge publicly the effort that made by the 100 men, which was mentioned by Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. The DOS is foundation of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Nobody can shut DOS down. Anybody that shut DOS down, shut Mazen Nnamdi Kanu down. And it's not acceptable anywhere. But the DOS administration must acknowledge their mistakes. Under Chike Doziem, China Sangoru, Ima powerful. They are dormant. You know I don't compromise. You know I'm not a politician. I don't compromise. My politics end up in Biafra to come. Don't give me anything that is more than Biafra. Instead of you to give me anything more than Biafra, please hold it and give me Biafra. Now, It's time Chinasangoru Chike Doziem should come to tell the world how and why and who wrote petition to the United Nations and ICC. And second, and to praise and give thanks to those who work for it, because you cannot keep quiet as if you are the one that made it to happen. You must come out as one of the strongest departments in the foundation of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu as DOS office. You are the one on head, and if anybody that attached himself or herself something you cannot make to happen, and he contributed for it, for the victory of the struggle, you must come out to give testimony. How do you give testimony? You must start from now to acknowledge the 100 men. Mazi Chike Doziem, Mazi Chinasangoru, Mazi Powerful. Rising Sun Survival. Rising Sun Survival. Hear me very clear. Attorney General Bruce Fein, our foreign lawyer, he wrote petition to the United Nations, and today United Nations responded. They responded massively. They responded heavily, that made you today to feel, yes, the United Nations have wake up to save Biafra. This action did not come from air. There is people that work for it. And who are those people? Bruce Fein, Mazi Maxwell Dede, Mazi Maxwell Dede. He always spent the last money to see that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not killed, to see that Biafrans out there in Biafran land should not be taken unawares overnight and killed. Mazi Maxwell Dede, he do everything to support Biafrans, financially and otherwise. Am I talking about Reverend Father Odimekwa? Alusine Joka Biafra. After Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, I should say you are second. Reverend Father Augustine Odimekwa Alusine Joka. Anopolonku na eju onu gaga n'ogu ofu mbaja na eme off-road na Biafra. Ofu nwoke ga ebutele ego niile ndị S-men zu no politicians. Ojo no ya metụrụ ya aka kama si binye Biafra sirapụrụ ya Maazị Nnamdi Kanu. Professor Gosin Osuji, Professor, these are the people that stood up and rise. The 100 men we are talking about, the 100 men mentioned by Maazị Nnamdi Kanu. Father Augustine, or the Mmekwa, Udoo dịrị nam, nwoke ọma, alụsị na-eje ụka. Professor Reminus, okay, President American Academy, Dr. Anthony Obi Kudu. These are the 100 men I'm calling. The 100 men I'm calling. Dr. Anthony Obi Kudu, Engineer Van Wankwo, Madam Helene Wafo, Madam Beatrice Okezie. This is the 100 men. Are you hearing me? Madam Beatrice Okezie, Maazị Ben Wankwo, Dr. Adako, Ogma, Missy Joma, Adanaya, if I were the 100 men, the 100 men, Bundi Bello together, I do victory today. The 100 men, Bundi sacrifice, I do victory today. The 100 men that made it to happen. This is real 100 men. So therefore, you should know the victory we have today. There is people they have spent much money. They have spent much money. The money that they have spent is not from DOS. It's not from criminality. Simon Ekpa and Nelly Ofebu. They contributed any money that made Bruce Fein to be doing his job, that made you to have a good news today. And when you talk about money, these people, since Maazị Nnamdi Kanu kidnapped in Kenya, these people have spent personal money, not less than closely $1.5 million. So when you are seeing such progress, why can't you come up to support them financially? Why can't you come up to join them? Why can't you come up to give testimony for this great work. DOS never supports Bruce Fein. But today, the hand of Bruce Fein is what you are seeing today. If there is nothing like 100 men, there will be nothing like UN coming to tell you, coming to warn Nigeria to release Mazen Nnamdi Kanu unconditionally. In this case, I am here to tell you that we are moving forward. I'm calling on DOS office to acknowledge these 100 men. Some of them are not IPOB registered member, but they are pure, active believers. When you talk about 100 men, you talk about Professor Ejiofor, the President General, Igbo Congress Union. Professor Ejiofor. He stood upon the struggle. Even the wife, the whole family, and many of them. So the Biafrans journalists, I am here to warn each of you, be careful. Do not be giving credit for those who does not work for it, those who does not sacrifice for it, those who are not ready to work for it. Give credit for those that deserve it, so that tomorrow they can do more. Great dear friends, the lovers of freedoms, I am still Ferre's voice, Amoosu, the freedom fighter himself, under Mazen Nnamdi Kanu command, the strongest disciple, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, will be soon out. Then the enemies will come to realize nothing past God, that God is always great. The children of God never lack. The children of God, that promised land must come to pass. In the name of Chukwu Kikabiama, Isa, share this message viral.